Hello everyone, I'm Transbeauty, and welcome to the new format for Tales of the Table. I hope this does better than the original series. Something you'll notice with this new series is that it will be mostly one-shot characters. Especially for some reason, my brother wanted to run a lot of one-shots. Galax, is my character for the first one-shot I ever played. My brother initially proposed it as an evil one-shot, and I was like, I don't want to go full evil, so I'll make a lawful neutral character for it. Of course, the evil thing didn't entirely pan out. It was more like a mercenary situation. I initially wanted to play Artificer because I thought the idea was so cool, but the only resources we had at the time was D&D Beyond, and this was before Artificer was official, so my brother gave me Druid. I was kind of upset, and he kept saying that Druids were the weakest class and that Rangers were super awesome. This was before Revised Ranger was a thing. I think he just really didn't think outside the box. Either way, I was stuck with Druid, and I ended up playing a Kobold just because I thought they were cool. Now, there was one mistake I made when making Galax. I made him too complex. By that, I mean I wrote this extensive backstory, but he was just a one-shot character. You can see the problem. Probably. Anyway, he also had an awakened Komodo dragon familiar named Kelly. Now, this one-shot had a lot of problems. But a lot of them stemmed from the fact that we didn't entirely understand some things. But there were some other things that made the one-shot not entirely make sense. But anyway, remember the first episode of the original series? Where all our characters were put in prison for attempted murder of the Queen? Well, it turns out that this group was actually hired to murder the Queen. Yeah. So step one was obviously getting in. One of the other players wanted to just bash in. Another wanted to sneak in with the Enin approach. Galax thought of a Yonin approach. The plan he thought of was that Kelly would pretend to be dead and they would present her as a meal. They would then get in and kill the Queen. The other players clearly, purposely twisted my words. Anyway, the Enin wanting player found an entrance, and since I didn't want to continue the argument, we went in through there. We exited the passage and busted some guards and entered a random room that led us to an Easter egg to the campaign. AKA, we passed through a prison with our characters in it. We passed through, fought a Cerberus, went through some other stuff. Galax turned into a dragon and ate some rock golems. Neither me nor my brother really knew the rules of Wild Shape. Eventually, we were behind the Queen's throne, and Galax was about to use a 9th level spell slot to roast her alive. And she took no damage. Then she began to turn into a Tarrasque. Panic set in for obvious reasons, but then a demigod or something showed up. Then my brother let Galax turn into a pygmy Tarrasque, and the other two players already had overpowered abilities. We all did massive damage. Then Galax got eaten, which shouldn't have killed him, but my brother ruled that it did for some reason. Then the demigod guy tore him out of the Tarrasque's corpse, and then he turned out to be a god stuck in a kobold body, and now he is in his true form. This is just a whole lot of what the heck, like a weird fever dream. So yeah, that was Galax. My character in what was pretty much the most chaotic and nonsensical one-shot ever. So yeah, 5 likes for the next part. I hope you enjoyed it, and are you ready for my new outro? Mata tore!